I'm Chris Williams from Cyclone Fanatic, and a proud Iowa State graduate from the class of 2007. No one shows up like Iowa State fans.
And Cyclones support Cyclones on and off the field.
Your gift can provide scholarships to students, fund groundbreaking research. We could even drum up opportunities for the Marching Band. Visit MoveWhatMatters.com to learn how you can make an impact today.
Chris Williams, Brent Blum. From the Northwest Bank Studios, it's Williams and Blum, presented by Mechdyne, on the Cyclone Fanatic Podcast Network.
What is up? It's the 16th of July, 2025. We're in the Northwest Bank Studios. It's Williams and Blum, presented by Mechdyne. Wednesday installment. The president has spoken on NIL. We'll get the Bloom on that. It's a loaded sentence right there. We're going to have a fun show today, though.
Yeah.
We're going to rank Iowa State's road trips this year for football.
I'm excited about this.
I am, too. Very excited about this. I want to thank our friends at Mechdyne, the presenting sponsor. Of course, go and buy yourself a bottle of Cody Road bourbon for the upcoming weekend. We are in the Northwest Bank Studios. Bloom and I both have events coming up on Thursday night. We would love for you all to come out and participate in them, depending on where you're at in the state. I'm going to be with Paul Shirley, former Cyclone, in Ames at Sweet Caroline's on Thursday night, the 17th. Get there around 6. The program will start at around 7:30, where we are going to talk Cyclone basketball. We're going to talk about Paul's new book, and mainly just get together and hang out with you guys. Again, that is Sweet Caroline's downtown Ames on Thursday night. Bloom is out at Okoboji for the We Will golf outing, and we still have a few golf spots available.
So we got a few golf spots.
But anybody can come out to the program, too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it might be hard to be an individual golfer, but if you have a foursome and you're bored, come on out. But there's definitely dinner program tickets. The program will feature me and Jake Brent as your hosts. So excited to see Jake up there.
That'll be great.
And then we will have an unbelievable auction. Just put it that way. So
can I? Is it just live betting? Like it's not online?
And then we'll throw some. I need to check with the event people. I think we will throw it up online, and
I would like that.
Let everybody else.
I would make some bids.
Should we do that?
I'm like, this is bad because I already have enough crap. I'm in like my memorabilia era.
Yeah, let's do that. I had an Iowa State guy, and I appreciate him very much, donate a golf simulator C-Dub for this thing.
Wow.
And we'll throw that online. So again, you can get a heck of a deal. It's through Golf Tech. The best, and they'll set it up through Best Buy, the whole thing. This is an Iowa State grad, works for the company, and he's like, I want to help out. So
that's cool.
Cyclones helping Cyclones right there. So I'll throw that up on the old social.
When my kids get a little older, and I maybe only have one job, I'm going to get one of those racing simulators, and I'm going to start my professional iRacing career. I really am. I'm serious, because I've always wanted to race, but I don't want to die, and it's too expensive.
You versus Kyle Larson?
It'll be like Don't Bother Williams on Tuesday nights. He's racing.
He's racing in his iRig.
Yep.
Awesome.
It's going to be, and I'm going to have like badass paint jobs and all kinds. It's going to be sick. Someday. I'm going to do that.
Aiden, pull up my tweet real quick. Real quick shot from yesterday about Emerald Hills Golf Course.
I saw this.
Golf course in Okoboji.
Yeah, very
These
cool.
These people are awesome. Their head groundskeeper, big Iowa State guy, knowing that we have the outing there, he mowed the Jack Trice stripes into their short par 4. And so on the approach shot, I think it's 13 or 14 at Emerald Hills, you're going to have to fire over the Jack Trice stripes, which is, again, really cool. And, again, the coolest thing about this whole thing, and there's a lot of stuff, and we'll get into a little bit of it, but the
That's
people
really
you meet
cool.
that just really want to help. So if you're watching on YouTube, There's a Jack Trice stripes right there, and it looks really neat. So again, appreciate the hospitality.
Pretty neat.
Real quick, if you're up there, Northwest Iowa, huge shout out to John and Michelle Adams.
They're
wonderful
the best.
people.
I feel so bad that I can't be up there to hang out with them, but again,
well, if you guys know them and you hear this, give them a shout and say you guys are the best. Let's bombard them with "You are the best."
You are the best.
Yes.
John used to do some coaching up there at Okoboji. I got a bunch of Okoboji gear, girls basketball gear.
He was a manager for Tim Floyd.
I know. It's a lot of.
He learned.
Yeah.
That's where he learned.
Yeah, I'm going to get some Larry stories out of Shirley the next 2 nights.
It all comes back to Larry at the end of the day.
Well, I'm actually looking, like, Paul and I have kind of become friends through this process, and he's a really interesting guy, and I'm looking, we've never really got to hang out socially before. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna pound some good stories out of him.
Let's go. Find the
days.
best ones, and then we'll do a special edition of the podcast for when a slow time with him sometime.
Absolutely. All right, President Trump. So this is a CBS News report, and this came out late Tuesday night. We are not going to spend that much time on this because we really don't know what it means. So it would be foolish for us. We're doing this at 9:30 on Wednesday morning to analyze this too much. Ed O'Keefe from CBS News, just going to read you the tweet. President Trump intends to sign an executive order in the coming days establishing national standards for the NCAA's name, image, and likeness program that has reaped millions of dollars in revenue for top college athletes. Multiple people familiar with his plans tell Jennifer Jacobs and me. If you do a little more reading, this is supposed to be a bipartisan bill.
It's not even a bill. It's an executive order. So
what is the difference in that?
Well, a bill's from
I'm
Congress.
just a bill on Capitol Hill.
Our political science minors from Iowa State really working overdrive these days.
Yeah.
Trying to navigate all this stuff. Nobody's really sure. This is the hilarious part about it's not funny because, again, this is going to change potentially college athletics in some capacity. So I'm not making light of it. But literally nobody in college athletics knows what is in this executive order. And like we've seen with other things with the president over the last 3 months, 5 months, the executive order will be challenged by somebody. So it's not like it's going to be an immediate, we're changed. But if the president is on board with the way things are going, then maybe there is a bill that will follow that, and there'll be a little bit more meat to it. But for now, nobody's really sure what's going to be in this and what exactly it's going to mean. So it's definitely worth following, but yet nobody's really sure how immediate and how much teeth will be in this to actually change things. From what I've heard, President Trump would be on what I would say is the older guard, more traditional way of doing things, meaning this standard will make sure that this executive order says that NCAA athletes are not employees. But again,
that keeps us in the same
it's in the same circle.
Hamster wheel.
So that's a great way to put it. It's just the hamster wheel continues to spin. Now, when he gets involved, it changes from a hamster wheel to something much bigger.
It's a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, no, it's a Ferris wheel. I like that. But I don't really know. Honestly, I don't know what exactly this means other than we'll keep an eye on it. And if anything happens that affects you all, I will definitely let you know. And we'll go from there.
Not an opinion. This is just the fact of it. And you correct me if I'm wrong here. When we say the hamster wheel thing, the reason we mean that is as long as the athletes are not employees, that means that they don't have any representation. And if they don't have any representation, then you're going to have correct. Then you're going to have all of these lawyers suing because you're capping their ways to make revenue, which is deemed illegal, correct, by the Supreme Court, which is what got us into this mess, right?
Yes. One way or another, this is going to end up in Congress and the Supreme Court. We're headed there.
Yeah.
So now I guess we get the executive involved, too. Let's get all three branches involved.
Well,
let's go.
This was always going to be hard, this transition, and this is why for so many years they fought it.
Yes,
because they knew they were on the losing side of it.
I know there was some bad actors here, but also it's such a big machine. This isn't the NFL with 30 like-minded teams.
Absolutely.
I mean, Albany's different than Georgia. It's just hard to get everybody on the same rules.
That and the way it's set up is not conducive to pro sports.
It is not.
There's too many teams,
and then you got public higher education in there.
Yeah.
You've got the Olympic sports. You got the Olympic program in general. Honestly, which throwing a wrench into this C-Dub, and I think this is the unintended consequence. I was talking to a group yesterday up in Ames. The women's sports issue is a big deal because the majority of women's sports athletes are going to get penalized by these new rules. They really are, because what's going to happen is, and it's a fact, if you continue down this path of having to pay exorbitant funds for football and men's basketball in particular, which I'm not arguing against, the money's got to come from somewhere, and most likely that's coming from the Olympic sports. And so then what does that do to the U.S. Olympic program? Like, I'm serious. These are conversations that are happening.
Yeah, like what about our swimming team?
Absolutely.
The U.S. swim team.
These cuts will have to be made at the college level, and the colleges is what feeds into the Olympic program. And so, again, we have so many unintended consequences. Everybody's thinking that they're doing the right thing, but nobody knows for sure. And so this adds another dimension to it.
Well, and again, like the pure economic standpoint, this is why it doesn't work for pro sports. The Minnesota Vikings don't have to fund the, the Minnesota Lynx,
right? Or the Minnesota club, field hockey team.
It doesn't work.
They would never do,
and that's why I loved the way Brett Yormark put it. Yormark makes me cringe a lot, but I really I'm really confident with him now as a Big 12 guy. I loved his comments on, no, we're not the NFL. We need to quit trying to be the NFL. And again, I don't know how we get to where he's talking about, but I agree with him. Like, the last thing I want is a second NFL where there's 30 teams, and that's not what makes this fun.
Correct.
For anybody. And in the long term, it'll hurt more athletes, student athletes, than it's going to help.
Absolutely will.
Real quick, on this note, but more under the football, I did do a podcast with Summer Series is starting up this week. We're going to have a 4-episode summer series during the bulk vacation season. That's why we did it this way. We wanted to give you guys extra content for when you're driving. Derek Hoodger, the GM of Iowa State football, joined me yesterday. I thought it was really insightful. Awesome. We talked about the challenges of running a program over the last 2-3 years from his angle. But then we start to lean more into the roster because fall camp starts next week. We got our schedule, our media schedule yesterday. Juices are flowing. And Brent Blum, I booked an Airbnb in Boulder. I'm going on my first trip to Boulder coming up in October.
Have you ever been?
I've been to Boulder, but not for a football game.
Oh, my gosh. It's elite.
Yeah, I've stayed a night in Boulder, but it was just traveling around the Rockies, and this is when they were in the Pac-12. It was more like, oh, that's where the Buffalo runs out. And I drove by Folsom Field. We are going to Boulder, booked, and I think I might be doing a book release type party for the Denver area Cyclones.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Denver, huge Cyclone area. Love the Denver Cyclones.
We're working on that. If you're in Denver, keep that on your radar. I'll have more information for you.
Which, you sent me that text last night, and it got me excited. I'm like, I totally forgot Iowa State gets to go to Boulder this year.
Yes.
Because I'm so worried about Ireland, because it's the big dog. But there are some sneaky, fun road trips for Iowa State this year. It's a really fun schedule.
So that's what we're going to do. And the schedule almost reminds me of like the old Big 12 schedule, like with the North, because it's like you can travel to a lot of these games.
Exactly. I was just thinking the same thing, yeah.
Even like TCU, it's an easy flight. You can drive to that game.
It's not a bad drive. It's not.
No.
It's not going to Tempe, at least.
So let's pull up the schedule, Aiden, if you don't mind. Aiden Wyatt is our fantastic producer. While he's doing that, I'll thank our friends at Gravitate Co-working for sponsoring the program. Go to gravitatecoworking.com and you can see all of their great co-working locations in the Des Moines Metro and in the great state of Iowa. Also want to thank our friends at Iowa State University Foundation. That's where the We Will Fund is going to be located.
That's right.
MoveWhatMatters.com. You can go and give to different areas of campus. Be a more well-rounded Cyclone. Go to MoveWhatMatters.com. and you can do that. Also want to thank our buddies over at Central States Roofing for their sponsorship of the program. CSRroofing.com, diehard Cyclones, locally owned company. They are nutty about the Clones, and they do commercial roofing all over central Iowa. So remember them if you're a business owner, if you have damage, water damage, wind damage, any of that good stuff from the last couple of weeks. Remember our friends at Central States Roofing. All right.
This is going to be like the CW pod meets Anthony Bourdain from CNN with the travel road trip planning here.
So there's an idea being kicked around, and I think it's going to happen. We're lining up a sponsor for it, but this was my wife's idea.
Oh, elite.
Because I feel so guilty. I really do. It makes me sick to think that I'm going to be on a vacation a week before football season. Because and maybe our audience doesn't care. And it helps now that we have Jake, because Jake can kind of just slide in and but it makes me sick. And I was explaining to her that I'm going to have like serious like problems while we're in Ireland, just being able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you should just do like a travel video blog of all the different places that we go and create video content. What do you think of that?
I like that idea. By the way, got a lot of tips, feedback, speaking of the travel situation, from European travelers. And they said one key thing to think about: call your credit card group. Make sure to tell them you're going to Europe. I know this is common knowledge. I understand that. But it's a good thing to remind people. But you can use credit cards over there, too. They're just sometimes they throw a fee on there.
Well, but if you go to Northwest Bank and their currency exchange.
So that's where it all came from.
Get you some euro. And actually, a lot of people were pointing out how much better that is to do that as opposed to the fees that you get once you get over there.
I was told to have a little bit of euros, have a little bit of US dollar on you, just in case. And then credit cards still work over there, too.
Okay. All right, let's pull up the schedule. So, I mean, we've already talked enough about the Ireland game.
Yeah,
we don't know.
That's one of one. Like, that's never going to happen again. So,
are you going to go to the Arkansas State game?
I was going through the schedule this morning. I'm like, I think I got to go.
Could this be the Williams and Blum special road trip of the year?
So,
I feel like we could find a really like janky hole in the wall. Honestly, like this feels like my kind of game.
The Jonesboro Wikipedia page is wild, by the way. And
what's going on there?
Well, we got like how it was established to begin with. Obviously, I mean, I'm not making a lot of it. There's some tragedy in Jonesboro over the years.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of it. But I didn't know two things that I learned this morning. And this is, man, if I could just search Wikipedia and Google Maps
Wikipedia is a
all day,
great site. We all need to be donating to that son of a gun.
I really do. Only 9 hours from
That's
Ames.
Not bad.
And even better, C-Dub, it's only an hour from Memphis.
Now you're speaking to me.
So, yes. So, you
my
Friday
favorite
night,
city in the world.
Do we have a game time on that, Aiden?
I reckon we do. I think it's already out there.
Is it an early one, or is it? I mean, this will depend on what.
I want to say it's middle of the day, but
it'll depend how you plan your trip. Then, right?
We could go and stay in Memphis.
Exactly. You stay in Memphis. You go to Beale Street Friday night. Potentially. And then you
I don't know. Part of me wants to just find like a really shitty Jonesboro hotel.
Which follow me here. If it's so, you do that Friday night. You have a good night in Memphis. You get some of their. Do we like their barbecue?
I'm a Memphis barbecue guy.
And then you go to the game, and then after you kick the Red Wolves up and down the field, then you find the hole in the wall and you celebrate in Jonesboro.
It's not bad, Brent.
Tickets.
Any opportunity, and it is an opportunity. You get to spend time in Memphis, Tennessee.
In Jonesboro, Arkansas. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I love these little. I wish Iowa State wasn't playing this game.
I understand that, but let's take advantage
I think these games are fun, like, to travel to. As long as you don't lose to Ohio, it's great.
It's a small stadium, though. And tickets are not cheap, honestly. StubHub right now, to get in the lower level, you're looking at $80 a ticket.
Well, I mean, how often does Arkansas State host a top 20 program?
I understand that.
The Iowa State University football program, one might say, is a top 15 program over the last 10 years.
And the ticket sales reflect that, apparently, at the at the
They get to see a future NFL quarterback.
Centennial Bank Stadium down there in Jonesboro. Man. But only 9 hours. 3 p.m. is the kickoff time.
All right. That's perfect.
I think that's ideal.
It might be a hot son of a gun, though, in Jonesboro at 3 o'clock.
It's 98 there today, down there in Jonesboro.
All right. So
I'm okay with that one. That's not the trip of the year by any means, but it's better than I thought.
That's the understatement of the world. All right, so you did Cincinnati a few years ago and liked it.
I had a great time. Again,
you can go to all of these road games. These are all easy road games to get to.
This is drivable. This is
as good of a road schedule as you're ever going to get.
8.5 hours to Cincinnati, all I-80, pretty doable. We stayed down in Covington, Kentucky, which is right across the river of Cincinnati. Awesome area, little Germantown area. Had a big boot the night before.
What do you mean it's German? It's all German people?
Well, no, it's like German. It's called Germantown. They got boot. Like I went to one of those boot places. Like a
Oh yeah, where you drink it out of the boot.
Yeah, had a boot. And then their tailgate area. The stadium is in an urban campus. Really different. Really neat.
Isn't Houston like that too?
Yes, very much so. Really neat tailgating area. The way to go if you're bougie. I think I said that the right way. Is they have these...
No, it's Okoboji.
No, bougie. They have these VIP
Dad
tailgates.
Joke.
Yeah, it is. They have these VIP tailgates that they stock for you. So they will cater it. They will bring the beer, and it's right next to the stadium.
That's pretty cool.
And it's a nice little urban area, a lot of urban parking, great time. Beer in the stadium should reflect that. Had a few when I was over there 2 years ago.
It's not Steve Kemp's tailgate at the RV Village, but it's close.
But it was really well done. I had very hospitable people, nice stadium, good atmosphere. And then what I did last year, 2 years ago, it was an early game. Iowa State kicked the crap out of the Bearcats, and then we drove to Indianapolis, which is only about an hour and a half away, and spent a night in Indy, and a lot of good restaurants in Indy.
I like Indy. It's an underrated
Cincinnati.
City.
Honestly, highly recommend. 8 out of 10 on the Bloom scale of Big 12 travel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're going to Boulder the next week.
Weeks. Holy smokes.
There's a lot of traveling coming up.
Then we're going to take a little
Honestly,
bit of a break
this is a very media friendly for travel.
Yeah, obviously Boulder.
If we want to cover these games, we can.
My last trip to Boulder was with the Iowa State football team in 2010. My guy Arnaud. Remember Dan Hawkins?
Yeah. Oh, who could forget?
He wasn't I'm a man, I'm 40. This ain't intramurals. This is the Big 12.
And then you had Gary Barnett's.
Yeah.
Bashing the female kicker.
Not only was she a kicker, she was terrible.
A lot of Colorado sound bites over the years.
Iowa State needed to win that game to get bowl eligible. Arnaud goes down in the first series, I want to say, and it was a complete
and that was a bad injury.
Bad day. And then poor Arnaud get on the plane after it. He's the nicest man of all time. He just tore his ACL. And he said, "Hey, Bloom, what's going on?" I'm like, "Austin, you
hey, Bloomy."
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Bloom.
Dude, are you okay? Austin,
smiling.
Okay? Yeah. So, need some redemption there in Boulder. Obviously, problem with that game, because I know there's going to be a lot of Iowa State people there. Tickets are a hot commodity. Lowest price right now, Section 210. $140 plus fees on StubHub.
Well, hopefully Colorado loses a bunch of games early.
Well, that's your hope there. Yeah. And they lose some of their but obviously Boulder, awesome. You can stay in Denver. It's not that far, but Boulder in itself is pretty cool.
I'm a TCU fan. I love the stockyards. I love the country stuff down there, the Old West. I really love Fort Worth.
Another great, different place to go. It's literally urban meets cowboy country. Downtown is really neat. You'll find John Walters and Eric Heft. I'm going to give away their spot.
Oh, no.
Well, maybe should I not do that?
I've been there. Hefty took me one year.
They'll be downtown Fort Worth. I'll just leave it at that. Once we get closer.
Lovely joint where they go.
Joint. Yeah. Great.
Walters got the flu. It was the year that Bain hit the game winner against Tyrese.
Oh, that's right. How about those two, by the way?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have thought those two would be.
Yeah. Well, Walters got sick, and I got the call literally like an hour before they left.
Yep.
And because you couldn't go, and I'm like the third string. And I get on the plane like I'm rushed. I don't have just frazzled because it's changed all my plan. And Hef just like, oh, I got the best restaurant I'm going to take you to tonight. He was just so excited to take me to this restaurant.
It's a Cajun Cafe. It is amazing. But neat part with TCU, campus is really close to downtown and also really close to the stockyards. Huge Iowa State representation. I know our Dallas.
Those people are nuts burying the guys.
Yeah, they'll have a big old setup the night before. You will find plenty to do down there, and that game is going to be massive.
Might be doing a book release party there too, by the way.
Well, that game may determine if Iowa State, is fighting for a championship, or they're going to have to win that. I think that's going to be a must-win game. I guess is the point at that point in the season. And great trip, easy, drivable. I've driven down there before. I-35, you can go about 100 at times through Kansas, and yeah, not bad at all. Fun trip.
And then Stillwater, all reliable. We know what we're getting into there, and that'll be. I would wait and get your tickets. That could be a $10 ticket.
Yeah, that could be a $10. I would totally agree. Hold off on that one because they could go in the dumper, and we'll see.
I loved Gundy. Everything from him in Dallas. It's just vintage Gundy. Basically just talking about how everybody cheats and just, I just hired a bunch of SEC guys.
I love that quote. It's like,
come down here and because they've been doing it for 10 years.
They've been cheating for so long.
Cheating their balls off.
The number one place to go, the tourist trap is Eskimo Joe's. I like Eskimo Joe's, don't get me wrong. But
it's fine, but it's not better barbecue than like what you smoking and
like
we have places like that here.
Stillwater, a lot of Ames in Stillwater, it'll feel very familiar with what you're getting down there. But they do have, if you want an interesting place to stay, I do recommend this because again, Anthony Bourdain of Cyclone Fanatic here. There's a student-run hotel on campus that is like 5-star hotel that is really neat. It's right there in the middle of campus. Kind of pricey. Nice restaurant, nice bar there. Basketball stays down there. And if you can get down there, look it up. I'll find the exact name. But good little place.
I'm a proponent when you do these things. And again, I don't do this very often. So a lot of people they'll try and go to like 3 road games a year. And
thank you there. Aiden producing again. What's the name of that place? Big guy? The Atherton Hotel. The Atherton Hotel. Had a great time. Had a great meal there. Had a massive room when I stayed down there for a game once. Because they treat you right.
Do you remember when we called that tournament in Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, I do.
And we had like our own like condos.
Yes.
Something had happened. Like it was like.
I think they booked. No, it's supposed to be in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
It was the Puerto Rico Invitational
but they had been leveled by a hurricane.
Yes.
So we end up in Myrtle Beach, and I don't even remember. We end up at this like resort on the beach, and we all like got these giant condos.
These were like 2,000 square feet condos.
Yeah.
For each of us. It was you, me. We had our own, and then like Lindell Wickenton and Nick Weiler-Babb were sharing one.
Yeah.
Hey
guys.
Okay, it's been 8 years since I literally, there was like 3 bedrooms in mine. I think I slept in every one of them.
You just wanted to test out all the beds?
Test them all out. Yeah.
What a trip that was.
Life on the road. So yeah, Atherton Hotel, Stillwater. It feels a lot like games. People are amazing down there. Amazing people.
Who was the guy who had like 18 points in the second game down there?
And then he fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, and then he transferred.
Lefty. Oh my gosh.
This is all-time Steve Prohm. It's going to drive me crazy.
He's the kid from Oklahoma.
He's from Oklahoma. I remember when they signed him, they thought he was a really good defender. He was a lefty, and they did long.
I'm getting it.
Slippy, Slappy, Swanson.
Sampson. Jacoby Long.
Yes, I was right. All right. Long, yeah.
He had the NBA 2K jump shot where he'd go all the way up, and then he'd start going down, and then
and there was like the whole thing, too, because
Zoran Talley.
Tim Floyd was coaching UTEP down there.
Yep.
And I wanted to say Larry was in the house, but that was at the Bahamas where I first shook Larry's hand down in the Bahamas. Larry was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and came up and said hello.
Real quick, Jacoby Long finished his career at Bethune-Cookman.
Oh, good for him.
And averaged 4 points a game.
Oh, so that was a recruiting miss.
I would say so.
But he did have that hell of a game against Tulsa.
It was Tulsa. Yep. He scored like 18.
That wasn't a bad Tulsa team either. I thought
they were.
I remember that was coming off of, didn't they lose to Milwaukee before we went on that trip?
Yes, and then they won the tournament.
Yeah, because getting on the plane that was not a pleasant experience.
It was not good. It was not good.
The vibe was not great.
And then we haven't gotten their 2,000 square foot of condos, and the vibe changed real fast.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. They just needed a little sun.
One quick story, because again, it's been 8 years. Some may not know, Steve Prohm not a real big social drinker. So we land. It was like late, and I think there was a Thursday night football game on. I don't know if you remember this, C-Dub. But Chris and I immediately go to the hotel bar.
No way.
Prohm's like, "What are you guys doing here? This is what John and Eric do when they're on the road." It's like, well, we got to fill in the shoes the right way here, Coach. So, anyway,
the thing I liked about Steve, though, he would always he wasn't a drinker, but he'd sit at the bar with you.
Oh, he
and
would
just
sit. Yeah, he sat
forever
with us for like 45 minutes.
Yeah. That was his deal.
It was very nice.
Steve every year would do that in Kansas City. He'd come down to that Marriott bar and just shake people's hands.
Just hang out. He very nice man.
Yes.
I still wish the best for Steve. So what do you want to rank the road trips? Dublin 1.
Yeah. Well, I think we got to just throw Dublin out, right? Like, it doesn't feel fair.
Fair. Okay. All right. For the
what are we ranking them by? Like the quality of the game, the town.
The Williams and Blum fun meter, or how much fun could be had.
Well, Jonesboro's number 1.
I think so, right? Like you don't know what you're getting into there. You really don't.
That's like the dive bar of
it's the
road trips.
Lumpies. This is the Lumpies of road trips for Iowa.
I mean,
honestly, like what do we? You never plan to go to Lumpies. Like you just don't. You just end up there.
Wow. You obviously didn't hang out with Brandon Cooper enough.
So I'm gonna go, and then I gotta go.
It's
Cincinnati's
Colorado.
Colorado, those two.
Come on,
Colorado's 2. I'm gonna throw
Dion.
TCU at 3.
I would put TCU at a strong 3.
Yeah, strong 3. I like and you can get nobody goes. You can get tickets for actually really reasonably priced down there because it's a big stadium for that fan base. I don't say this disrespectfully to TCU. Their alumni base is small. They're a private school.
And I think you have to factor in you get to go down to Dallas in November.
Great.
Like that's a plus.
Yes. And are the Cowboys around the next day? Sometimes you can do a little double dip.
I don't know. Look that up, Aiden, if you don't mind, buddy.
But I'll put TCU at 3. I think Cincinnati's a fun 4, a real fun 4 there. And then
we're going to catch some heat on putting Jonesboro at 1, but I think this is,
You got to listen to the host a little bit.
Yeah. Aiden, whatever you do. Actually, you should just put out a graph on social and watch everybody lose their minds.
Let's see.
What? This is a travesty. All the Baylor fans, they're not even on here.
What are you talking about?
These idiots.
Yeah. The Colorado people are like, you put Jonesboro above Boulder? It's going to be like those South Park episodes where they're, yeah.
Our listeners down in North Texas are not going to be happy with this. Being TCU at 3.
Jonesboro.
But they should be really happy with the Jonesboro. They could just drive right up to that game.
They could right over there. I'm saying there could be a lot of Iowa State fans in Jonesboro.
There better be.
Cowboys are not playing the next day in TCU.
Bummer. Oh, this is fun. Yeah, and poor old Stillwater is going to be last. Unfortunately,
I love Stillwater.
I do too, and it's kind of like our cousin.
It's our cousin. Yeah, when you go to the cousin's house, it's not really a vacation. It's like a half vacation.
I don't think they'd rank coming up to Ames very high either.
They would not. They would not. I don't know where they would rank Jonesboro. I think us, the Arkansas State people, and the Oklahoma State people would have a great time together.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was doing some research on Leach about how every school that he was at is really like just perfectly fit with Iowa State. The Tech of old was.
He would have. Do you think he would have done well at Iowa State?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Because that's what I was thinking about. Like I was talking with Matt Campbell about this, and because he goes out to Pullman, and like that Alamo Bowl, the Iowa State and Washington State fans, and same with the NCAA tournament a few years ago, are kindred spirits. They are West Coast us, and then I gotta think that Starkville is similar to Iowa State. I don't know them as well. But you've got the elitist big brother. You know, you're looked down upon.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot like to Leach would have done well, I think. He would have done well with the Iowa State boosters. People would have loved him.
Oh, they would have loved him. He would have fit in great. There's no doubt. I think he would have won enough. I mean, he would have been. I would probably a lot like Washington State. You know, he might have mixed in an 8, 9, or a 10 in there.
Absolutely.
Just with his style. And
then just get you to a point where you're 7-5 every, kind of like what Campbell's done, really, and just in a different way.
Real quick update on the Arkansas State being number 1 trip.
Yeah.
There is beer sales at the A-State Stadium.
I am content with this decision.
They have an NIL beer called the Howlin' Red Wolves.
Nice.
It's a Pilsner.
Well, this is fun.
Yeah. Thanks for entertaining us, everybody.
We'll wrap it up because we got to do a short show today. Aiden's got some stuff to get to. Bloom is off. Are you off to Okoboji tonight?
I got to do one quick lunch thing, and then I'm off to Northwest Iowa.
All right. We're having a deal tonight for premium subscribers with a little perk down at Iowa Distilling down in Cumming. A good supporter of We Will, I know, over the years. And Shirley and I are going to be there meeting with people, and that'll be cool. So, yeah, busy couple of days here for everybody. But we look forward to seeing you at Sweet Caroline's tomorrow night. Bloom and Brend will be out there with you guys in Okoboji. Brend is a stick, by the way.
We're going to find out how big of a stick
Are you playing with him?
I don't know yet. I hope so.
He's a stick.
Well, let's see. Teach him a few things.
We should do a Brend versus Bloom charity golf outing.
Let's do. We could take weight. No, we probably shouldn't wager involved with Iowa State.
And then I'll just sit at the clubhouse and bullshit with people.
You're the lumpies of golf.
All right, he's Brent Blum. Thanks to our presenting sponsor, Mechdyne. Signing off at the Northwest Bank Studios. He's Brent Blum. My name is Chris Williams. We'll be back on Sunday night. Later.